3 Americans create enough carbon emissions to kill 1 person. So your lifestyle plus 2 others similar to it is equivalent in totality to being able to kill 1 other person. So you are 1/3 responsible for every death.
But how am I responsible for the death?
Because your carbon emissions, your lifestyle. You drive a car, don't you?
I do.
You own this business, don't you?
I do.
That consumes energy.
I have two residences.
That's right. 2 residences. You fly.
Yes, I do.
So, yeah, you're probably doing more than the average person.
Well, if I'm killing 1/3 of a person?
Yes.
How many is John Kerry killing? We just talked about the 16 flights of the flying squirrel plus his commercial flights plus the quote unquote military jets.
So this is from The Guardian. The lifestyles of around 3 average Americans will create enough planet heating emissions to kill 1 person, and the emissions from a single coal-fired power plant are likely to result in more than 900 deaths.
Well, take it up with China then. They're open. I read once they're opening up a new coal-fired plant every day.
The new research builds upon what is known as the social cost of carbon.
That was somebody calling on my phone, by the way, begging me not to drive any more cars or fly any more aircraft so I could save their life. Tell them to forget about it.
This social cost of carbon is a monetary figure placed upon the damage caused by each ton of carbon dioxide emissions. Air pollution caused by the burning of fossil fuels is also directly killing people, with a landmark Harvard University study published in February finding that more than 8 million globally are dying each year from the health effects of toxic air.
How many more, Mr. Speaker? How many more will die before John Kerry starts rowing out to Noshawn Island for his summer vacations? Tom, you're next with Howie Carr. Go ahead, Tom.
Hey, Howie, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, so I read that article about 3 Americans kill somebody on the earth due to our greedy climate carbon footprint.
Yes.
So I'm going to agree for that. I'm going to agree with that for the sake of argument. So let's look at China. What is the percentage of people in that country that they have over 1,050 coal-fired power plants?
Right.
That do not, listen to me very carefully, they do not have scrubbers on them like the power plant that I worked in 1991 in Lumberport, West Virginia, called the Harrison Power Plant.
Yeah.
That has scrubbers on it.
We've reduced our carbon emissions every year for many years, right?
Of course we have. We generally speaking, and I'm a union electrician. I'm not a scientist, but my understanding is within the last 10 years, we've reduced our carbon output by 15% nationally. I could very well be wrong on those facts, but you know something? Germany, they went solar in the last decade. Wonderful. What did they do? They shut down 2 nuclear power plants, which do not create greenhouse gases.
And Tom, they are now reliant on France because France hasn't shut down its nuclear power plants, right? And
Germany ended up building natural gas fired pump plants to deal when they didn't have sunshine.
And guess where the natural gas comes from? Russia. Not exactly a friendly nation, right?
No, it's not. And here's the point, that we got lectured by CNN and all that of how Donald Trump was in Putin's back pocket. Okay, for the sake of argument, let's agree to that. Well, then why did Donald Trump allow our natural gas output to be imported or exported, I should say, to Western Europe?
Right. I know. And Biden, the first thing he did was shut down the Keystone XL pipeline in the U.S., and then he stopped the sanctions on the Russian pipeline to Germany, giving a huge victory in the millions and millions of rubles or whatever to Putin. So who was really Putin's puppet? Who was in Putin's pocket? I'm Howie Carr.